What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. As promised, we're here at SeaWorld San Diego. We're gonna go check out the Jewels of the Sea. That's their new jellyfish exhibit. I brought with me my little glass jellyfish. If anybody asks us what we're doing or what the deal is, we'll explain to them, hey, we're an artist, we're doing some inspiration today over at the Jewels of the Sea, and then we'll give them a glass pendant. I got two with me. So one of them's a jellyfish, one of them's something else, and so if anybody asks, we'll hook them up with a pendant, guys, and we'll have some fun today. They got these other two, they got another exhibit. It's called the Bayside Aquarium, but got these really cool animals over there called the axolotls or something like that. We'll get the official name over there, but they're these little guys. They have little faces and little smiles on them. They're super cool. You've definitely seen them online before, but the cool thing about them is they could actually regrow their limbs and like pieces of their spine and even parts of their brain without leaving any scarring. So scientists are kind of studying them, and they're really important. They even got like a really rare pink one here that I guess is camera shot from what I've heard. So we'll go see if we can get eyes on them right now. There's like a pink one and like a brown one or something, but we'll go get eyes on both of those. We'll go check out the Jewels of the Sea. We'll get some inspiration, maybe even give somebody a free pendant. But nonetheless, we're here at SeaWorld and we're about to have some fun. So if you've never been to SeaWorld, as soon as you come in, you see this big old, I don't know, the skyscraper thing. My uncle got trapped on there one time at the top. All they gave him was like an annual pass. But nonetheless, you walk in, you got this cool little situation over here, and you can put your hand in, and they got those little fish that'll like come and run up to your hand. I'll show you guys what I'm talking about. We might as well do it for the channel, huh? You guys, check this out.
There are some in other freshwater and oceanic environments, some oceanic species.
How trippy is that? I guess I got some yummy. I got some yummy hands, guys. They are loving it. Absolutely insane. Absolutely insane. So I probably have done that like 100 times, but it doesn't get old. So we're gonna go wash our paws off, and then we'll go over to the Bayside Aquarium and see those axolotls before we end the day over at the Jewels of the Sea. Probably not gonna go on any roller coasters today before we get out of here and get over to the studio, but nonetheless, super fun. Yeah, we gotta go wash our paw real quick after that. Insane. But if you've never done it, it is an experience. I think they do that out in Asia, where they have like people put their feet in, and then those little fish will come up and they'll eat all the dead skin. Looks like I had some yummy hands. They were all over. Oh, look at that. Dolphins are smart, guys. Ooh, there's a bunch. Got the whole pack in here. I'm over at Dolphin Point. This is the spot right here, guys. Check it out. And we're here early. It's a Monday. There's nobody really here yet. So cool.
All right, guys, we made it to the Bayside Aquarium. Let's go see what they got going on in there. Like I said, they got those little axolotls or whatever they're called. I'm really looking forward to seeing those guys. So let's hop in there and see what we got going on. Oh, we just barely missed like a feeding from up top for the tasseled wobbegong. Look at this guy, huh? Whoa, this is sick, guys. Yo, I gotta give SeaWorld some props for this one. I've already seen the new Jewels of the Sea exhibit, and it's absolutely amazing. But this is beautiful too as well, guys. Oh my goodness. Guys, check it out. They got a nice little setup in here. I wish they had. I feel like they could do a little more. I thought it was going to go on a little bit longer, but they just kind of have a few tanks back here set up. But nonetheless, better than nothing. Look at this guy going on. This is the brown veined bamboo shark, guys. Whoa! Look at this guy, huh? There it is, the main attraction, the axolotl, the Mexican walking fish, guys. These things are super cool. Let's see if we can get our eyes on them. They can be really shy. See this one. Let's see. Where is he or she hiding? Oh, we don't got our eyes on this one. Nope, must be this must be the pink one that's shy. This one right here. Oh yeah, so here's this one kind of hiding back there in the back. Not going to be able to get a good shot of it. Looks like he's sleeping. But nonetheless, they're here. They're here at SeaWorld, guys. Ooh, that's pretty cool. Look at that. All the different colors that they come in.
And like I said, they almost look like they have like little human faces, like they're smiling or something. They can grow their limbs, pieces of their brain, spine, you name it, they can do it. See, this tasseled bobby gong is my favorite thing out of everyone in here. He seems to have a nice little camera presence. I don't know what he's doing right now. I think he's waiting for some more food. But yeah, he's been like the coolest little guy in here. And I like this tank that they have kind of right here when you walk in. Got this little octagon kind of tank with some different little animals all around it. It's cool, but nonetheless, I mean, at the end of the day, it's really small in here, guys. So, I mean, I've seen exotic fish stores that have more tanks than this, but it's cool. At least they're making an effort.
I don't know. What can I say? I mean, it's not the most impressive. I've seen a lot of cool, like, aquariums and things like that. Maybe we got to go over to the sharks, and maybe we got to go take a visit to one of the aquariums out here in San Diego, too, because now I got the itch for it, right? Like I said, I had a nano tank not too long ago, and I absolutely love that thing. Just watching the corals grow and all these little the sea creatures are different than the freshwater. Not to say that like the freshwaters aren't really cool, because they can be really cool, but once you get into that saltwater stuff, I mean, some of these creatures are wild, guys. So
Some cheap glass, if you want some cheap stuff, you know, here's some jellyfish they got going on. I mean, these look pretty cool. I'm not gonna lie, but it's just like some mass-produced, no soul type of stuff. Later today, I'll show you guys how to make some really cool jellyfish with a little bit of soul. Dude seems like very interested in me as soon as I walked in. He's been kind of staring me down. So I see you, buddy. How you doing? Okay. Reminds me of my schnauzer, guys. Without further ado, let's go check out these jellies. Again, remember, if anybody asks us, we got a little mini jelly right here for them. Ooh, got the jellies on the ground already. This is sweet. The jellyfish experience. Come on, get at it. Hopefully there's not too many people in here. Ooh, look at these ones. These are the upside down jellies right here. Whoa. This is super cool. We got this like globe thing right here. You can put your hand up and actually can feel the water. That is, you know, kind of having this little mini jellyfish pendant out that I made. It kind of really actually reminds me kind of like a mixture of these ones and these ones right here, the moon jellies, huh? Because they don't have that long little tentacle things. So I'm already getting inspired. Yeah, I mean, honestly, I don't think I'm too far off, huh? Look at these little guys. So trippy. Alright guys, check these ones out. These are the South American sea nettles. So these got those really long tentacles. I'm gonna try to make some of these later today. Just some really detailed, intricate, long tentacled ones. Look at this guy just floating away, huh? Very relaxing looking at these things. Come on, dude, this is sick. This reminds me of something straight out of Jurassic Park or something. They really nailed it. They really nailed this entire enclosure here at SeaWorld. SeaWorld San Diego, well done. Well done. I don't know, but I can only imagine that those tentacles right there would give off a nasty sting. I really don't know, though. These are baby dwarf lion's mane jellyfish. Look at these things, guys. Come on. Whoa. Oh, then we got these ones right here. These purple striped jellies right here. Look at these things. They're tiny. They're really small. And they're really cool looking. Oh, these ones are really even smaller purple striped jellies. I mean, if you can see my hand compared to them, I mean, I could fit like maybe 2 of those in my hand. Crazy. Yeah, guys, we got the moon jellies right here. My specialty, right? We got a little baby moon jelly pendant right here. Pretty sweet, guys. It's cool to see the inspiration behind the art right here. In the flesh.
These South American sea nettles are pretty gnarly. They got like these really intricate, detailed, feathery tentacles as opposed to the moon jellies with the really small ones, but nonetheless, they are so cool, guys. Look at these things. Okay, honestly, that blew away my expectations. SeaWorld of San Diego, Jewels of the Sea is a 10 out of 10. It's super awesome. I got my inspiration that I needed. The only thing is we're going to have to go back to the HQ. We're going to have to go back to the condo just for a little bit and get some charging in, get some power into my batteries, into my 2 batteries are nearly dead, and going to get the mics charged up before we head over to the studio, guys. So give me a chance to kind of rest a little bit. I didn't think it would be that exhausting. I didn't think there would be that many people here today, to be honest with you. It's Monday, but I guess, I don't know, it's hit or miss. Sometimes I'll come on a Monday, there's like nobody, but there's quite a lot of people here for an early Monday. So we'll go recharge there, and then we'll be off to the studio to make some glass jellyfish. And also, let's get to it. Let's make a jellyfish, guys. Let's make a glass. I'm gonna do one, I'm gonna back it in green. I know I'm supposed to do it in blue, but I'm a rebel and I'm wanting to do it in green. And this is this really cool green color called Crippy from Glass Alchemy. And this is kind of just some clear rod right here, and then we have some more clear rod right there, and this is a color called Amber Purple. That's all I'm going to use to make this glass jellyfish, guys. Let's hop into it. This is kind of a variation, essentially, or it is. It's an implosion pendant, just kind of a more advanced implosion. So the first thing I learned on the torch was implosion pendants. So they have a special place in my heart, and I learned a lot of cool different variations, and one of them being the glass jellyfish. I don't even remember, to be honest with you, where I learned it. I remember learning it sometime in the past on somebody sent me a video or something, and it was off to the races after that. So I'll probably time-lapse some of this for you guys so it's not too incredibly boring. But right now I'm essentially just doing another gather, and then I'm going to smash this down, and that'll be kind of the beginning of where I lay down the tentacles, essentially. Just trying to dial in that flame to exactly where I want it. Always adjusting the flame to where I want it. Some artists have like foot pedals to adjust the flame, which is pretty cool. I like to just use the knobs. I remember literally the first day that I learned how to blow glass, I was just learning how to kind of do that part right there. And I remember showing the dude that was teaching me, oh, look at this one. And one of the other artists ran over because I was so excited and wanted to see what implosion design that I had designed on there, but I hadn't even designed an implosion design on there yet, guys. I was just showing him that I learned how to do the smash downs right. So just to give you a little insight on, I don't know, just the early days of blowing glass and kind of learning how to do all this. So this is... Got a nice circle of dots going. What's funny is I posted that little blue jellyfish earlier, and one of my pals sent me a video of one that I made for him years ago, and it was so much cooler than this one. I was like, oh man, I gotta dust off these skills, man, you know, to kind of get it back. I think these lines are okay. Here's another little trick that I learned back in the days. If I go in before these melt in and I add just a little notch on them, will actually help with the design. It'll almost look like the tentacles are kind of doing something cooler, right? So I added in that little, might be hard to see, But we got some dots laid down, and then I kind of went in with the knife, the hot knife, and we just kind of laid in some lines into those dots. So now I'm gonna implode all of this down. That's the kind of the goal, guys. So I'll probably time lapse this part because it can definitely take. I'm literally imploding that design, those dots into this, that gather of clear glass that I did earlier. Just got to do it nice and slow. Get that implosion going. There you go. I can kind of start to see now that it's shooting into the glass there. It's getting in there, guys. It's kind of just that design is starting to soak into that clear glass and starting to implode into it. Now it's all about hand control at this point, flame control, and just keeping everything nice, calm, and steady. I want to pull this glass down and stretch out those dots that I laid down to kind of pull in that design just a little bit. I want to have kind of some longer tentacles on this one. We're making some moon jellies here, guys. You saw them earlier in the flesh, now we're going to make them here in the glass. So once it starts to get hot enough, I'm going to kind of start to angle it like this, and I'm going to slowly start to kind of stretch this piece of glass, and in turn, that's going to get that implosion design to slowly get longer and longer in there for you guys. Now once it gets hot, it can get a little bit like honey, so you got to be careful, maybe backing up out of the flame a little bit, take a look at your design, see where you're going with it. Now I did notice the moon jellies don't have the longest tentacles, so I'm not going to make these super long, but they'll be a little bit more pronounced than in the blue one that I made earlier. It might not, it's alright, but we got that implosion, those lines kind of nice and stretching out. I don't know if it's going to come off, but nonetheless, it's happening, guys. It's not what we wanted. So now what we're going to do is we're going to get some of the amber purple, we're going to get a little gap out of it. Now we're making that dome, pretty much the dome part of the jellyfish here after the glass, and we're going to put a little blob right over those tentacles to kind of cover it up. And then I'll show you the cool part after this is where we'll actually instantly implode that little dome part. That's the best I could really describe it as, because that's kind of what it ends up happening. And then we're going to get to add that cool green color to the back of this, and I really kind of look forward to seeing how that ends up looking. So I'm doing a little flame cut here, literally exactly what it sounds like, using the flame to make it cut through the glass here. Gotta be very careful. And there we go, there you have it. We can get rid of this one, put that down there to the side. And we can start working with our piece here. So now we essentially have this little jellyfish trapped in this little piece of glass here, guys. So as soon as I can, I'll show you what I'm talking about. When you get to see it a lot more once everything's cooled down, once it's sat in the kiln overnight, and also once it's backed up with a little bit of color, you get to see everything. Yeah, I like this green. It looks really buttery. Not a lot of oil or anything weird going on with it. Make sure you keep this piece hot. This is the delicate one, so you want to make sure you keep it hot or else it will crack on us, guys. I wonder how good you'll be. You're not going to be able to see it too well until I really kind of start to back it up with some color. Nice strip of color right there on the back. So I'm going to keep this one up here, keep it hot, and I'm going to make a little gather of colored glass here. I want to melt the jellyfish, but we definitely want to keep it hot because we've got two different pieces of glass in there. We have the design of the jellyfish, and then it's working against the clear glass. So what can happen is those stresses can cause a crack. And so after all this work and after running and getting the propane and showing you guys everything that goes down to be a glass blower, we don't want it to crack after all of that, do we? So here we go. I'm getting a nice gather of the green here, and I'm going to make sure this is hot enough to not create a air bubble. And we get a nice attachment with the colored glass right behind it. And then I'm going to find a nice spot that I want to lay it down, and I kind of already see where I want to lay it. Out there like that. Get this one really hot, get this one pretty hot. There you go. Get a nice little strip of color on the back there. So now I'm going to start to work this piece a bit. This will end up being what we use for the loop as well, so I'll kind of clean up while it's hot. We'll clean that up so that we don't have to do that later. And we'll actually set this one over there because we're leaving. I'm going to go in with the mini torch, going to go in with the graphite paddle. We're going to start to work that piece of color that we just put on there. Alright guys, I don't know exactly where the video ended. I'll have to check it in post-production, but there she is. I ran out of memory space. I knew it was going to be something. I mean, what a night that was. First we ran out of the propane, then we ran out of memory. I mean, it was we ran out of battery at SeaWorld. I mean, it was a lot of learning curve. So we're going to have to pick up some more memory cards, some more batteries. We're just going to have to stay prepared, guys. We're doing this content thing, you know. We're going to have to actually do it. But there she is. Look at this thing, huh? Look at the tentacles became a little longer. Now this one, I wish I made the cap a little bit bigger and maybe add a little bit more clear glass on the top. But nonetheless, look at this thing, huh? Pretty cool. I always like how the bottoms turn out. Let's see if I can get it to focus. Yeah, I always like how like the back and the bottom kind of turns out. If you look at the bottom, you can kind of sort of see like the tentacles. I mean, how cool is that, guys? And this is a color from a company called Glass Alchemy called Crippy. That's this green color. So really stoked with it, guys. I mean, let me know what you think. There she is, the little glass jellyfish. We're going to be making a bunch more of these. I mean, yesterday was, let's see if we can get it back against the purple here. Yeah, we'll be making a bunch more of these. You know, yesterday was a little bit of a disaster. We're still getting used to the new studio, but we're going to be going back hopefully later tonight, and we'll be making a couple more of these, guys, and we'll bring you along for the journey, too. Maybe we'll do another silver pour, too. We're going to be doing that in the next couple of days. So we got a lot of projects, guys. Glass, gold, cars, everything on this channel. Be sure to like, comment, subscribe, and we'll catch you tomorrow. Much love.